This thing costs $10,000. I got 10 pieces of those, $10,000 each. This is the limited edition of my fragrance, Fragrance One, made by the artist René Turek. You can see it right here. This is the number 7 out of 10. 10 pieces, 10,000 euros each. And that's it, guys. Now on my website, but you have to see how you get it.
Guys, I don't like to be outdone by Jeremy. He released a fragrance I had to copy, and now he's done this. So here's your chance, guys. Gravitas Porom, as imagined by Dmitry Rebredov, the esteemed, famous, acclaimed street artist. Dmitry Rebredov has given us this stunning presentation. Yours for a price of just
$1 million fucking dollars. $1 million fucking dollars.
Okay, guys, so check that one out. Awesome opportunity. We're going to talk today about my favorite ever. What I still think is my number one favorite fragrance of all time. So revisiting it. It's my first fragrance review way back in 2016. Awful video. And I thought, you know what? Let's do a one fragrance review and re-establish my connection and love with this fragrance that has been so much a part of... people know me for knowing this fragrance a little bit. Okay, before we do that, very, very briefly, on this Thursday, as I shoot this coming up in a couple of days, Thursday, the 15th of December, you will be able to buy the incredible Chypre Fulminare in the USA. Okay, there's a link down there. Go and get this fragrance if it's now ready in your country. Chypre Fulminare, an amazing creation by perfumer John Stephen. Stunning, complex Chypre Fulminare means to strike like lightning. It opens up with citrus, bergamot. There is bergamot, lime, ylang ylang. In the mid notes, we've got things like leather. There's incense in there as well. We have pepper. And in the base notes there, we've got castoreum, we have vetiver, and we have labdanum and olibanum in the fragrance as well. Very rich, very complex, amazing. I think it's the most exciting. I don't say which one's best because I love all our three fragrances, but it's the most exciting, dynamic, and daring of our three. A powerhouse for the 21st century. Amazing. Check the link out for Naughton and Wilson. Okay, let's talk about it then, folks. Bois Du Portugal. Okay, it's my favorite fragrance ever of all time, full stop. Well, leaving aside the ones my own brand created, but that has a sort of emotional tie that's different. This is in terms of fragrances from other brands. Creed's Bois Du Portugal, an incredible fragrance. Let me give you the note listing for this. Bergamot, lavender, sandalwood, cedar, vetiver, and ambergris. Simple perfection. The perfumer was initially credited as being Olivier Creed, the main man at the House of Creed. However, we now generally accept that it was in fact Pierre Bourdon, the historic French perfumer who created, amongst many other things, stuff like the original Chorus from Yves Saint Laurent, a 1987 release. This fragrance just has everything that I love in a fragrance. I like green, citrusy opening notes. I like bergamot. Okay, who doesn't? Everyone likes bergamot. I also like lavender. I like those kind of barbershop things. I don't find anything old-fashioned. Well, I admit lavender can have a little bit of a grandma thing, but I like lavender in my fragrances. The sandalwood, the ambergris, the vetiver, the way they are blended is just majestic. Okay, so this thing is a little bit green, a little bit old-fashioned. It is woody. It has this air of old-fashioned aristocracy, this kind of reassuring air about the fragrance, definitely a reassuring, manly air about it. It is rich. It is complex. It has a kind of nostalgia, a whiff of nostalgia. It does smell a little old-fashioned. I wouldn't say dated, but it doesn't smell like something you would expect to smell on a young 20-year-old kid today. It has that old-fashioned, reassuringly old-fashioned and traditional kind of air about the fragrance. I find performance to be outstanding. I do have two bottles which are both vintage. It comes with the old style kind of felt labels. Now they have a more plasticky, resilient one because all the words always get rubbed off of these. But it was the fragrance really when I was hunting for fragrances, when I first got into niche fragrances, that stood out the most for me. We knew about Aventus, and I got myself a small bottle of that to start with. I had Green Irish Tweed, which gives this one a run for its money because it has also that kind of brilliant, aristocratic, semi-melancholy air of the Irish countryside about that one, and that's wonderful kind of lemon verbena freshness. This one is a little bit less fresh and a little bit more rich and warming, and therefore works better in colder seasons as we're in as I shoot this. And to me, it is just the utter essence of an aristocratic, gentlemanly kind of feel in a bottle. Not in a kind of class, snobby type of way, but, you know, a class act of a person, whatever social class they may belong to, and someone dressed up probably smartly, someone with an air of calming authority and reassurance and dignity and refinement. And that is what you get in this fragrance. It is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend anyone who's not checked it out to go and check it out. Most people seem to think the current formula still holds up reasonably well compared to what it used to be, but there may be different views on that. I think this is a total 11 out of 10, still my favorite fragrance ever. The reason I really got mega passionate maybe about this whole hobby was Creed Bois Du Portugal. I say thank you to Pierre Bourdon. Thank you to Olivia Creed for bringing this to the world. 11 out of 10 fragrance. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Also, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I do bring you something a little different to the other channels. Check out my live streams every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. And check out my Patreon. There's a link there for an extra video every week, just about $2 to join, and an extra video for you guys to watch every week. It's a great way to support the channel too. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. And sometimes life may stink, but at least we can always smell good.